Ahoy hoy folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. You can probably see the stress on my face. This is not the video I was expecting to release today, but yeah, some things happen. So if you've been following the channel, you'll know that we have had a whole season playthrough of Passpartout, the Starving Artist, which I had a lot of fun with. So I then put the question to you guys, what challenge should I do for the next season playthrough? And it was decided that, and only by a narrow margin actually, out of all of the challenges that were suggested, to do a 3-colour challenge. So I was playing, and each new picture I'd randomly generate 3 colours and then create a picture using those colours. I was having lots of fun. Yesterday I sat down and for more than 2 hours recorded myself playing the game and using 3 colours and doing all of that stuff, ready to edit a video to be released today. Great, lovely finish. Got all the way to the end of Act 2. Thought, great, I'm gonna stop now, go make myself a cup of tea, check everything's all okay, ready for editing in the morning now. And then I realised that OBS didn't record any video, it only recorded audio, which obviously makes for a very poor video. Not only that, when I went back to Passpartout to think, okay, that's fine, I'll create a little video and just show the pictures that I've done, and then I'll come back and we'll do Act 3. It bugged, and it is stuck on Act 2 with no way for me to progress to Act 3, so I'm completely flummoxed. There's absolutely nothing I can do. It's fine. I woke up this morning, it's a lovely sunny day outside. I went and got a haircut. As you can see, I did some shopping, which made me feel better because I'm a homosexual darling and that's how we make ourselves feel better. So I've made a decision. Today, I'm going to go through, I will show you the pictures that I created all through Act 2. And I'll have a little bit of a chat about those as we go, just very brief, and then I'll just have a bit of a slide show at the end of all of the pictures that were created for the 3-colour challenge in Passpartout, the Starving Artist. However, rather than go ahead and do another season of Passpartout, I'm going to purchase Passpartout 2. So this is Passpartout, the Lost Artist, the sequel. Today is the 4th of April. It's actually the day that it's being released. Maybe this is the universe's way of telling me that I should be playing that game instead of this one. Honestly, I cannot tell you how many times I swore yesterday, but I've slept on it. It's a gorgeous sunny day outside today. I'm in a much better mood, and so we're doing this instead. So let's get set up, and I'll scroll through the pictures that I created yesterday, and then we'll just have a bit of a montage at the end of all of the pictures that we've created in this season. Right, so here we go. So first thing you'll notice is that these pictures look fairly pixelated. They look much less refined than they do in the game. That's absolutely fine. I might see if I can do a bit of post-processing to make them look a little bit nicer. But here's the first one that we had. So I had this purple, this light green, this light yellow. So I decided to go for something floral. Pretty much, you know, how we ended the last video is how I started this one. So carrying over that flower motif. They seem to like it, they seem to like flowers, but I wanted to try something a little bit different after that, so I went for, well, a bit more of a patterned piece. So this one, I just created a checkerboard pattern and then cut some geometric shapes out of it. I found that doing the 3-colour challenge really worked well. Surprisingly well, considering the first playthrough that I had and the difficulty I had trying to find out what it is that the residents of the game really wanted, that the NPCs wanted. But it seems if you give yourself a parameter like only using 3 colours or using a specific topic, they tend to like it. So There was one in here that took a little bit longer to sell than the others. We'll come to that in just a few moments. So this one, again, I decided that I would try just using the pen as it is, or not the pen, the paintbrush, just the round brush, and doing something silhouette. So I had black. It's always nice when you have blacks. I think it gives you that kind of silhouette option, definitely. So yeah, I was fairly happy with that one. This one, I was really stuck. The colours just didn't say anything to me, so I decided to go for this kind of ginkgo leaf motif, just to see if that kind of bold pattern would work. And again, sold straight away, wasn't an issue at all. This is where we had a little bit of an issue, and it was with this one. So for this one, I used the brush, but I also used the spray can as well, and they basically said that it was too complex, there was too much detail. They weren't a fan of how much was in the painting, which I think is fair. When you're using the spray brush, you're getting a lot of pixels of different colours there, so I can kind of see why the game might play that way. But I think if you predominantly use just the airbrush, then it would be a different matter. Here's another one that I did. So green, black and orange. The orange really stood out, and I just had goldfish in my head, so that's what I went for. I didn't just want to do a sweeping shape, so I wanted to add just some patterns in there as well, just to break up that solid line. And I actually quite like this one as a concept. I think I'd like to work on this as an actual painting, you know, with properly painted fish and a properly nice kind of separation pattern motif there, rather than the scribble that we've actually got. But I think the idea is interesting, probably with more colours as well. This next one I actually had fun with. So we had the red and the blue and the yellow, and I thought, well, these are primary colours. It's prime for kind of something superhero themed. And I thought about it and thought, actually, what if we do a silhouette, but rather than using the black, we used the red, because red was the darkest colour in kind of saturation and hue that we had. So I used that instead and did this this kind of crow raven outline, and it's surprisingly effective, particularly with the eye in there as well. It's very simple but really nice, so I quite enjoyed this one. Here, going for more of a kind of, this is very 70s for me. This is very kind of sci-fi movie poster from a bygone age, you know, with that block pattern and then that very small amount of airbrushing in as well. Surprisingly, they didn't mind the airbrush in this one. Again, it sold very quickly, and I think it's because the red airbrush is just a set circle around, and the airbrush in the bottom doesn't really interfere with the shape that we've got down there. But interesting, it gives a little bit of shadow there. This one was just some fun. I just wanted to see if I could go for something a little bit more 60s, or a little bit more, actually probably that kind of 60s to 80s vibe, where you've got a shape and then you've got it almost in neon but just slightly separated from it. So I went for this Monstera leaf motif, which I think works pretty well, and again, something I'm tempted to return to in an actual refined piece of artwork. This one was just because Tinkerbell kept staring at me. So this is a little portrait of Tinkerbell. She was in a particularly evil mood yesterday. And then finally, by this time, I was really flagging just this one. So I had this green and the brown, and I thought, oh, that's very snake-like colours. So I just decided to do this very simple snake motif going across the page and kind of spreading out, so you don't know whether it's one large snake or whether you've got a few snakes in the picture. But yeah, those are all the paintings that I created for the Act 2 of Passpartout, the Starving Artist. So what I'll do now is I'll just do a little bit of light, gentle Passpartout music, and we'll let this play through, and you can see all of the paintings that we did for this kind of very limited and abruptly finished season. And let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the next series, doing Passpartout Season 2. While you're there, Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps with the channel going forward, and I really do appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now, and I am going to take some very calm, deep breaths, enjoy the sunshine, and try and put this whole chapter behind me and move on to nicer things. As always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoy the rest of the pictures, and until next time, goodbye.